Still no takers from the crows. Everything's still here. Maybe tomorrow. I work every day this week at my main job, and I spent most of Monday during the morning mowing the 2 acres as well as the duck area. Mowing the whole property usually takes 2 to 3 hours to do. My husband went and got his motocross racing tent out and put it out here for these stinking ducks to have some shade and a place to hide from whatever's been trying to eat them. There's ponds all real close to it. There's food under there. Nope, they're all just gonna sleep in the ponds. This here is the seeds I have so far. Cantaloupe. Oh, from one cantaloupe. That's a freaking lot of cantaloupe seeds. Anyway, and then this is off of several tomatoes. Anyway, every time I go to cut up the tomatoes to put them in the dehydrator, anything that's left down in the bottom of the bowl, I strain it out and save them. This is today's harvest of tomatoes, and just the squash that I wanted to pull because I wanted to have it today, but the tomatoes had to come out. I'm gonna let them sit on the counter for a day, and then tomorrow morning they should be all really pretty red, and I will work on another batch. Each one of these, like tray things like this or napkin things like this, is going to fill up anywhere from 3 to 4 of these trays. The top tray I always keep empty to kind of keep airflow through. This eggs is 2 days worth of eggs because you know, I don't collect every day because I'm not worried about it. It's -1 that I gave my dog, so I'm getting 4 eggs a day right now. So, and then in here I obviously have the sun-dried tomatoes, and these were completely like full. They were all touching whenever I first put them in there. That's how far they've gone down so far. Anyways, set that back on there. And I'm surprised that zucchini, if you keep them at a larger size, apparently they keep just like any other hard squash if you kind of cure them. They're chilling out. I haven't had any soft spots or anything on them. I am saving these for seed though, because they've got too big. Although now I'm just wondering whether or not you could save them like this and then treat them like you would any other like hard stored squash and use them later on. I don't know, but that's interesting. I didn't know that they would do that. Anyways, so that is what I have going on. Hello, little guy or girl. I'm small, so I'm thinking a guy. You out here protecting my area? So adorable. That evening, whenever I got off work, I spent some quality time with my hubby in the backyard. So I've started the long project of cutting the cedar out of my mother-in-law's property that's right next to me. She's gonna let me run sheep in it. So I'm trying to take the big chunks and cut it into firewood I can use in my fire pit at night. I put my rabbit waters on a timer so it fills up the tank every other day for about a minute. So I don't ever have to really worry about the waters anymore. I have to just come and check them. And the feed I have to do probably every 3 days. But I do come out and check the rabbits every day to make sure nothing has gone wrong. We're starting to get into summer where the feels like is 100 degrees and the rabbits are starting to get hot. So we did a trial run on the misters and they're not working. So my husband went ahead and bought a new timer for those. It should come in today and hopefully we can try to replace it sometime this weekend. The misters really help to keep the rabbits cool. They go off about every 15 minutes for a couple of minutes or so, and it drops the temperature down at least 10 degrees. So as long as it's not an overly humid day, it works just like you would be at a Six Flags or something, and you go underneath the tents that have the misters. Same thing. About every 2 days, I'm getting about 8 pounds of tomatoes. And my favorite way to preserve them is to slice them up, put Italian seasoning on them, and then dehydrate them in the regular dehydrator. But my husband has asked that I can some. So we're going to can up some plain ones. Right now I've got a pot of boiling water. We have clean tomatoes, and we're just going to drop a few in there, let them sit for a second, and then pull them back out and put them over into some cold water that I have going on in the sink. And what that's going to do is it's going to break the skin so you can peel the skin off, because you don't want that in your canned tomatoes, because then it just, gets all up in your teeth and everything else, and it's just not good. Anyway, so yeah, usually how I preserve them, 8 pounds, 1 container, that's 8 pounds worth of tomatoes. Anyway, or we're going to probably can up maybe 3 of these jars as fresh, maybe 4, probably 3. Anyway, so here we go. Okay, so here is a good example. See how the skin's popped and it's starting to peel? So we're just going to take that and dump it over here in some cold water. And once it's cooled off enough that you can handle it, that one's popped open. Once it's cooled off enough that you can handle it, then you can just peel them off real easy. So I think we're good on all those. So we're ready for the next batch. It's not really hard to do. It's just time consuming. And normally you just do this with the big ones, but I'm also going to do it with some cherry tomatoes, maybe, I think. Anyway, see how that works. I haven't ever tried it. We're going to find out though. Anyway, usually cherry tomatoes are the ones that work best in the dehydrator. So you can just peeling like that. And then I take scissors because I find them easier to handle whenever your hands are all wet. Just kind of pop out any bad spots or the stems, and you get essentially. And then the skins, don't throw them away. Take them and put them on the dehydrator and dehydrate them out. And you can add seasonings and stuff with it, or leave them plain, and you can use it to season dishes, or to put in soups and stuff. I like using it with the Italian seasoning and putting it in my mac and cheese. So it's not a hard process, it's just, you know, time consuming. You gotta be careful not to burn yourself. So right now I'm taking my skins and just tossing them on my dehydrator. I'm checking to make sure that the skins don't have any bad spots or anything on them whenever I'm doing it. But yeah, that's gonna be turned basically into seasoning. Yeah, I don't think the cherry tomatoes are worth it. But you know, hey, if that's what you got, use it. So I have a tray full of skins and a half a pitcher of tomatoes. I feel like during the summertime my dehydrator's going 24/7. Dehydrator is on fruit and nut setting, which is 135, and then my tomatoes are gonna go in the fridge next to my grapes. I'm gonna put these eggs down. Yeah, I have a bowl of grapes. Oh, they're so good. They have seeds in them because, you know, they're legit grapes. not freakishly modified anyway, but they're so good, and they're just more and more coming right now. So my okra seem to be doing good, and then there's yard-long beans on top of them, and then tomatoes with yard-long beans on top of them. For the life of me, I can't remember what these things are called right now. You can make a tea out of the flowers. Why am I drawing a blank? I have no idea. Anyways, and then more tomatoes. There was a squash over there, but I'm having the absolute worst time with squash bugs, and they're killing everything. And I've tried killing them off. Oh, no, you know what? I lied. It's not a squash. It's a cucumber. My one and only cucumber. Oh no, wait. Oh, there's another one. Did I get any more? Damn thing's dying though. Okay, so I got 2 cucumbers. Oh, I got a baby tomato there. Well, shit. I have some other cucumbers planted, but none of them have produced. My one and only cucumber. I shall make refrigerator pickles. Why can I not remember what that's called? My newest raised bed that is completely made of droppings from the rabbit and beddings from the rabbit this past winter was doing really, really good. I had petty pan squash, like the scallop squash, in it, along with watermelon and all sorts of stuff, and tomatoes, and it was doing really good until the stupid squash bugs. God, I hate squash bugs with a passion. over here I have another cucumber. So I don't have anything on the cucumbers yet, but I was thinking about it. And the grapes have finally gotten really sweet and juicy. So good. So the grapes, they have little seeds. There's usually 2 to 3 of these, sometimes 4 in each grape. So I've just been tossing them in a flower pot and along fence lines, and maybe something will grow. Marigolds, that's the name, marigolds. I don't know why that was so hard. And yes, there is still Swiss chard growing on the back side. It's a little rough right now, but it's growing. Oh shoot, I see a tomato. You see that tomato? It fell with my cucumber. Some more chard. Looks a lot healthier. I don't know if you can see that down there, but trust me, it's not hurting. There's always something to pick and eat out here. And then, I don't know if you can see the ferny looking stuff. That's asparagus that I grew from seed from my other bed on the other side of my kitchen. Sunchokes, sweet potatoes, and yard-long beans, and asparagus all through there. Oh, got one little young shoot right there coming up. And then, yeah, the squash bugs are just freaking decimating my squash. I give up. Got some dill heads that need to be brought in. Asparagus seeds. You can see that, the red ones. Raspberry sorrel. Second round of the parsley. The squashes died, but my strawberries are still alive. This bed needs to be redone really bad. Collard that's all ate up. Strawberries are still alive. And a zucchini that I don't think is gonna make it. Peppermint. There's sage under there. This is what I'm gonna work on trying to brick up eventually. One day I'm gonna do it. I have all the bricks, I think. I have some bricks. Behold, the bricks that I speak of. Eventually I'm gonna do it, I swear I am. Cucumber salad and some tomatoes with salt and pepper. That's what's for lunch. There's always one really brilliant one in the bunch. Everybody else, chilling out. This dumbass. And whenever I got home last night, the hubby added caster wheels to the 2 legs on the back side of the canopy so I can move it by myself. If that doesn't work, then we'll go ahead and add 4 and see how that does. This is what they look like. They're just kind of papery. And we're going to put them in a blender. Just a NutriBullet, you know, one of these doodaddies. I swear one of these days I'll do this and not look like a troll, but you know, whatever. Well, I didn't get all of it, but I got most. So Some of it's just stuck. Alright. On we go. Italian seasoning. This is just an old bottle that I've had around forever that I keep refilling with, you know, good homegrown stuff. I just have, I can see that, just powdered through. You can kind of see it in there. There you go. Got it. Here we go. Ah, got it. A Italian tomato seasoning that you can put on pretty much anything. It's pretty good on popcorn. I don't eat popcorn, but I put it on rice cakes that I've broken up and sprayed with like a popcorn butter type thing because I can't eat corn. Anyway, so it's good on that. It's good on just regular potato chips. It's good in soups. It's good in mac and cheese. Anyway, but waste not, want not. Okay, so I cleaned up my mess after the chainsaw died this morning. I didn't film it, I'm sorry. But my husband's not too fond of me dropping trees while there's wind. So he went on his break and is dropping I guess this whole tree. Anyway, so I can then cut it up over the next coming days. I'm sure he'll probably drop all days this weekend because he can't stand me doing something. But yeah, he's a sweetheart. Just so you know, the goal is to get all the cedars off of that property so I can start running sheep and planting trees over there. He's on his lunch break right now, in case anybody at work is watching the videos.
Got you something to work on for next week.
Taking a break from doing everything and hanging out in the pool. Just saw, I think it was 5, could have been 4. Anyway, of the big military helicopters, the ones that have the double blades and carries all the cargo and stuff. Anyway, I was like, yay, hey guys. Okay, I have no idea what you can see. Hopefully this works. So, I have my seasoning here, and we're just gonna take it and put it into a little jar. Ta-da! And then, now that that's done, the tomatoes from the other day, we're going to go ahead and put these all in these jars here. And I'm probably going to try to leave out as much of the juices as I can, because we don't need all the juice in there. They got plenty of juice. Okay. Turn this handle around and squish everything down in. Good. Make sure seals are good. I don't feel any chips or anything, so. And I know you're gonna be like, well, these don't have enough head space. It's gonna siphon some. I've never had tomatoes not siphon, so I just add a little extra. Alright. Alright, so these are just going to sit on the counter until it's close to the temperature outside. And then I'm gonna water bath them. While I'm at it, I am not going to save the tomato juice, but I am going to save the tomato seeds. So I take as much of the actual tomato out. We can by hand. I'm just going to use this cup here. And scrape everything into it. So you're going to get them like this. And then stir them up and let them sit on your countertop for a day or two. Probably a day because it's outside. 2 if you're inside. Once that has set for a day or two, it's going to kind of ferment in a way, and it'll help peel all that gook off of it. So you're going to stir it up again, let it settle back down, pour everything that you can off of it, and then pour the rest of it into a strainer like I had a second ago, and rinse it out really, really good. Take as much as you can out, and then put it back in the strainer, and then just set it out in the sunlight somewhere to dry. And then you're just gonna pop it out of the strainer, and you'll get this. Okay, so back in the kitchen. Got a bath ready for work. I'm going to turn that sucker on to high. And to set our jars in here. They have warmed up to room temperature, or pretty close to what the water is. They feel about the same temperature as the water before we started heating. So we're just going to set these in here, and now I'm going to go look at my book and try to figure out how long that's supposed to cook for. But we'll start counting whenever it gets to a rolling boil. So we got a little bit of time, so we're going to go look at our book. We'll need this later so we don't, scorch ourselves. So get the jars out. And I have this book. It's USDA Complete Guide to Home Canning. I use it as a guideline, not necessarily everything. Because one of the things it says in there is that you can't use an electric pressure canner to can goods in. You can. It lies. I do it all the time. I haven't done it. Alright, let's look at tomatoes. Tomatoes. Fuller half packed in water. Packed in tomato juice. Raw without added liquid. There we go. 310. 310. Okay, water pack in boiling water canner. It says we are in the low altitude, so 40 minutes supposed to boil at. So this is my antique pressure canner that used to be my grandmother's, and I'm kind of scared to use it as an actual pressure canner, so I usually use my electric one because it's simple. It has a timer, it does everything for me. Anyway, but I do use this quite often for water bath canning. So right now you can tell that it's starting to boil. You have the bubbles coming up. You can hear the cans, the jars moving around in the water right now. It's lifted up off the bottom with one of the little trays, so it's not directly on the heat, and the jars are completely covered with water. So we're gonna let this boil for about 40 minutes, and then we're gonna come back, take them out, set them on the countertop, and then I gotta go to work. So, see you then. They actually moved around. Oh, that one sounds so scary. Okay, that's off. Those are out, off to work. This wind chime that I got for Mother's Day from my kiddos is from Corinthian Bells, and I love it so stinking much. It's got such a pretty sound. Anyway, I love it so much, I went and bought another one, but this time I bought one that looks just like it, but is like an off-brand, but it has such a high rating on Amazon that I am hoping that it is pretty much the same thing, just without the label. Anyway, it's supposed to come in, I think today, maybe tomorrow. I think it's today, but it's so pretty. Today is Friday, so it is rabbit cleaning day, where I go through and I clean out all the rabbit poop and place it somewhere in the garden. And not my most fun job, but yeah, has to be done, and it's good for fertilizer. The girls are always really disgusting, and they tend to save their stuff, so I have to scrape their inside of their cage out. Right now it is just now starting to get hot, so I'm watering my baskets probably about every 2 days now, but it's going to be increasing to every day here real soon, and possibly twice a day depending on how bad it gets. But everything else is automated, but the baskets I do have to hand water. Inside the hoop house, the only thing I have left now is baby trees, and they do have misters that water once a day, but every couple of days I'll go through and give them some extra water to soak the roots real good. Okay, so I was supposed to work all week, but my boss gave me today off. Thank God. I kinda needed a break. Anyway, I needed the money. Also need a break. Anyway, but she gave me some more hours that are like overnight hours for later on. I think it's next week. Anyway, which basically I get paid to sleep, so you know, I'm good. I got money. Anyway, so it is now 9:30 in the morning. Already hot, obviously, you can tell. I'll check the temperature here in a second. But I'm debating on what to do next. Obviously, tomatoes need to be picked. They always need to be picked. But I have all those trees, and I'm like, can I go do this for a little bit? So I think I'm gonna get a drink, try to cool off for a little bit, and then go out there and maybe cut until the battery dies, because the batteries don't last very long. We'll see how far I can get. Okay.
You gotta be kidding me. 80? There's no way. There's no way. The humidity has to be higher now. Is there humidity gauge in there? 70% humidity?
So apparently the feels like is 87, and it's just gonna climb. All right, babies. Y'all, I still have blue bonnets. I can't believe it is the middle of June and the blue bonnets are still blooming. They're not super pretty. They're kind of bleached out, but they're still there. One. Two. They are slowing down a lot. So just two. Yeah, I don't think chainsaw is gonna happen today, because I keep finding a million different things to do besides chainsaw. Makes sense. It's hot. I should have got up earlier. I'll do it tomorrow, because tomorrow I don't have to go to work until early, and the kids won't be ready to go to the water park until later, so maybe I can sucker my husband into coming and helping me. I'm just going to pour it directly off because there's not a lot in there. And rinse. And there it shall sit. That's hard to say. There it shall sit. Okay, there it is. It's gonna stay there until later. If anybody says it's like herding cats, has never herded ducks, they don't mind. Although they're minding pretty good right now. But they don't mind usually. Round two. Come on. Y'all aren't gonna sit in the heat all day. Go get in the shade. Stay. The duck situation with the pond seems to be working. I know it doesn't look fantastic. They don't look great. It's not lush. It's not pretty yet. But if you had seen this last year, I thought I was going to lose all of them. Honestly, I thought I was going to lose 2 of these suckers this year. I thought I was going to lose, not this one, walking backwards, kind of scary. This one here. I thought I was going to lose this one and the one at the top of the hill. And to be honest, these didn't start to leaf out until May. This one like the middle of May. And then the one at the very top over here, right next to the, there we go, there. Anyway, they didn't start leafing out until a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. So beginning of June. So I honestly thought I was gonna lose all of them, but it's working. They're green, they're leafing out. The 2 I thought for sure had lost have come back. So yes, working, it's working. So I'm hoping after a year of having the ducks run on this that I can start adding additional plants in. I just don't want to eat up any more of the nutrients since it's having such a hard time anyway this year. But next year I'm going to start trying to plant companion plants for the trees and more things to eat. So eventually I want that to be a food force, so you can just walk in there and just get whatever, like a no garden perennials, nothing but perennials, and well, not just perennials, and throw some annuals in there, but don't worry about trying to tend them, just like let it grow wild with paths that the ducks can go and ooh, I don't know, I wonder if the ducks would eat the squash bugs. Maybe I could have the squash in there because apparently I can't grow it anywhere else. Stupid squash bugs. Well, still no takers, but my husband did see some crows the other day flying over. So I'm out here seeing what I can actually find in the dirt, and I'm not finding very much. My potato harvest this year is beyond sad. Oh, there's another one. Oh, it's so big. I'm gonna use those as seed potatoes if they'll survive. I swear I just saw another one. Where'd it go? There it is. Anyway, my sad little potato harvest. Okay, so this is today's harvest of tomatoes. And pretty much this year's harvest of potatoes. Makes me laugh so hard. And the rest of the cucumbers that I found. Hope you enjoyed spending the week with me. Until next time.